Chef Tim here. Today, I will be showing you guys how to make Khao Thom Mud. I am honored to teach you guys how to make this traditional Laotian dessert. So let's go. The coconut milk that you use to make this dessert is very important because you want to make sure that your coconut milk doesn't just have coconut milk in it but has a good ratio of cream inside of it, which is why Sunfat coconut milk for desserts is perfect for making your sweet and savory treats. In addition, the type of rice that you use for this dessert is very important as well. Sunfat cherry sweet rice is a short grain, sweet, sticky, starchy, and glutinous rice, which are all key components you need in your rice in order to make Khao Thom Mud. The starchy and stickiness of the rice allows the rice to withhold when you steam your Khao Thom Mud, meaning that this rice is perfect and is the rice that you should use when you make your Khao Thom Mud. One thing to remember when using any type of rice, it is important to always wash and rinse your rice, especially when working with a glutinous and starchy rice. You want to soak it for at least 2 to 4 hours minimum. This allows the rice to cook evenly when steamed and also helps get rid of the extra starch. There are many methods and ways to make Khao Thom Mud, but I found my method to be the most consistent. So first we are going to start by adding our can of Sunfat coconut milk for desserts to our pan. Before we add our sticky rice, I like to add in a secret ingredient, which is pandan leaf. This gives off a subtle hint of rose, almond, vanilla, assisting your coconut. You want to stir and mix your pandan leaf with the Sunfat coconut milk for dessert, allowing your pandan leaf to infuse with the coconut milk. I like to cover my coconut milk until it comes to a boil. Then I will stir it gently and mix my coconut milk with the pandan leaf. After doing so, then I will add my Sunfat cherry sweet rice. Now here is the part where many methods can be used when cooking your sweet rice. A lot of the times you can put the lid on, walk away, and just let it sit for 20 minutes. However, I do not like using that method because at the bottom of the rice it starts to caramelize and it might burn. So for this method, we are going to continuously stir our coconut milk with the rice so that it allows the rice to soak up all of the coconut milk. And if you don't stir your coconut milk with your rice, I promise you 9 times out of 10 that rice will burn at the bottom of the pan. And judging by the consistency of this rice, it is not quite there yet. So you want to continuously stir until that coconut milk has evenly absorbed inside of the rice. Now this is optional as well, but you can add sugar. Notice that I am adding sugar in later. You can add it in the beginning. However, I did notice that when you do so, your sugar also burns as well. And if you do the walk away method where you put the lid on and walk away, the sugar goes to the bottom of the pan and it also caramelizes at the bottom, making that hard, crispy bottom, and you don't want that. After continuously stirring, you'll notice right away that your rice has absorbed most of the coconut milk. And most isn't enough, so you want to make sure that your rice has absorbed all of the coconut milk completely. When done, go ahead and remove your pandan leaf. Heat control is also very important when making this dessert because you want to make sure that your heat isn't too high. This is important because you want to cook your rice about 70%. We are going to steam it for a very long time and you don't want to cook your rice fully. Since we're using Sunfat cherry sweet rice, it does amazing at absorbing all of the coconut milk. Once your rice and coconut milk have fused together, you want to remove it from the pan and let it cool down for 20 minutes. You're going to be touching this with your hands, so it's important that you let it cool down so that way you're not burning yourself. Here's a close-up on how the consistency of your rice should be. This is the part where you want to pay close attention. Notice that the grooves of this banana leaf is going from left to right, whereas this is going vertical. This is something to keep an eye out when you're starting to wrap. Banana leaves can be very flimsy and easy to tear, so I like to reinforce it using 2 banana leaves. You can use 1, however. It's important that when you do use 2, that the grooves are lined up together because if they are crisscross, the banana leaf will tear and rip in different directions. You want to spread your rice across your banana leaf evenly, and you also don't want to have too much banana. So you want to make sure that when you are in the process of wrapping your khao thom, that everything is even because you don't want to have too much bite of banana. You also don't want to skimp out on it as well. This process definitely takes some practice and is very tedious. So notice that when I was going to wrap my banana, I made sure that the grooves aligned and are facing the correct way before I started rolling and folding my Khao Thom Mud. This is a very fragile leaf, so you want to make sure that you're handling it gently, rolling it gently, and just caring for your banana leaf gently. There are many ways to roll and fold your Khao Thom Mud, but I found the most simple and traditional way to fold your Khao Thom Mud is to do a tri-fold, or you can also just fold the ends of the wrap. I suggest that you do get some practice in because this is very tedious and you will rip a lot of banana leaves for your first time. And when I say tedious, it is very tedious because there are many steps that you need to follow in order to make Khao Thom Mud. In order to secure your wraps, you can either use a standard kitchen twine or traditionally they use bamboo to secure your Khao Thom Mud. Tying the ends of your wraps is going to give it that signature look and also help secure your Khao Thom when you steam it. If you don't have kitchen twine or you don't have bamboo, you can also get away with folding the ends and making sure that the banana leaf doesn't unravel. However, it's important to use kitchen twine to secure your Khao Thom Mud so that nothing falls out and when you're steaming you have nothing to worry about. One thing to keep in mind is that when you are done and you are ready to eat your sweet treat, you are going to have to untie your knot. Now let's take the time to thank those who prepared this sweet treat for us whenever we went to the temple, family parties, or any gathering, because this is a very tedious process and can also be very time consuming as well. If you try this for your first time and you start ripping banana leaves, I want to encourage you not to get discouraged. It's okay. I did it my first time and I know it's bound to happen. Don't give up and keep trying, keep practicing, and you'll become a professional roller in no time. Another thing to keep in mind is when you are making this dessert, you want to try to keep everything as symmetric and even as possible. And if you guys haven't, I want to take the time to let you guys know that you need to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Subscribe to Sunfat's YouTube channel in order to follow along with their premium ingredients and find out what's dropping next. Khao Thom Mud is traditionally served and wrapped in a bundle of 2. However, for this purpose, I'm going to just wrap them individually and steam them individually. When you are ready, go ahead and add all of your wrapped Khao Thom Mud to your steamer pot when finished. Now we are one step closer to being able to devour and enjoy these delicious Laotian sweet treats. Now we're going to add our Khao Thom Mud to our steamer pot and we're going to cover and steam it for 40 minutes. Since we're using banana leaves, you don't want to steam it for too long, and 40 minutes is the perfect time to steam them for. You can either eat them fresh off of the pot or let them sit in the fridge overnight. I personally found that it is best served when you let them sit overnight. While it sits overnight, it allows the coconut milk to settle in with your sweet rice, giving it that signature sweet, savory, creamy Khao Thom Mud. And just like that, you guys learned how to make Khao Thom Mud. Serve and enjoy, share it with your family and friends. I really hope you guys do try this recipe because it's amazing and it is one of my favorite childhood sweets that I grew up eating. It's been fun, everyone. And if you guys make this recipe, make sure that you guys comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Also, don't be afraid to comment down below what you guys want to learn how to make next. Chef Tim signing out, and I'll see you on the next one.